Hello, everyone. My today's question is, do you have enough time? When I ask this question, do you have enough time? It's because there's some real questions we have to ask ourselves of how we use our time. Our time is limited here on this earth. And I don't think we really appreciate how valuable the time is that we have in this life. So I'm asking you today to evaluate how you spend your time. Do you waste your time? Do you spend your time? Or do you invest your time? The way that I see life and the way that I've watched people, including myself, go through our days, as I said before, sometimes it's very repetitive. Life can be, we get into this structure, and all of us love structure. I mean, I believe a lot of people really like structure because it brings them a predictability and it brings them a sense of continuity. But what I have to ask is, do we ever really evaluate our time and see, is what I'm doing in this structure that I've established for myself really producing what I want in life? As I said, this is Power Unleashed. And if you really want to have power within yourself, within your relationships, within the world, where you have influence and purpose and drive and motivation, it comes with coordinating and establishing and structuring your life in such a way, very purposely, of investing your time. So the things you're saying no to are just as important as the things you're saying yes to. And evaluating that and looking at it, how much time do you spend watching TV? How much time do you spend on Facebook? Now, don't get me wrong. Facebook can have its purpose and its place, but we do have to look at it and evaluate how much time we are taking when we're going through things. Now, if you're looking at this might be, to some people, this could be an investment of time because it's helping you in your personal development. To somebody else, it could be just scrolling through and it's kind of like, I'm passing the time. Time is the one thing we can't get back. Time is the one thing that this moment will never happen again. It will not be repeated. So you need to look at yourself as well. I say, this is a reminder I give to myself every day. Embrace this moment because it's not coming back. I mean, last night we went out with our girls, our daughters, to Brooklyn, and we went to this sip and spin, and it was, you sip some wine and you do pottery. And I was exhausted because I had had a back injury and I just started working out that morning. So by that evening, I'm tired. I am tired. And we're walking through Brooklyn and my daughter kept saying, just only a couple blocks more. And I'm like, couple blocks more? And my thoughts were, I don't know if I can do much more of this, and I'm tired. And I thought to myself for the moment, when will you have this opportunity to have both your daughters here in an environment of which you're going to enjoy yourself in an activity? Embrace this moment with lightheartedness. I don't care if your legs are sore, with joy and with peace. Embrace this experience. So many times we go through an experience and we look and go, oh, it's another family event, or oh, it's another this or another that. And we take for granted this is an experience that you have in this moment, and this is the only moment you're guaranteed. So enjoy that moment. Embrace that moment. Have that moment. Invest in that moment with intentionality. What is it that I want to have with the time that I'm spending with the people that I am? When they walk away from me tonight or today, what do I want them to walk away with me from? What do I want to have poured into their lives so that they remember that may help affect them with a decision they make in the future, that may sit in their hearts for a while, that may ponder in their mind and you never even know it? Are you investing your time? Are you spending your time? Because sometimes we spend our time doing things that don't promote us, that don't add value to us, that don't show us any sort of integrity. And then we waste our time. Sometimes we say, oh, just, you know what, I had such a hard day. I just want to sit in front of a TV and veg. Well, they're vegging, Somebody else is investing. While they're vegging, somebody else is working on where they can go further, farther, faster. And then what happens is 6 months or a year from now, the one that was vegging looks at the one that wasn't and was investing and says, oh, got lucky. Oh, this one just, he knows somebody, or she knows somebody. And what ends up happening is the jealousy starts where really it was just a matter of one person investing and one person wasting. I see, and granted I'm older, and I grew up before computers, because when I was probably, I think computers came out around the time, like really came out, like a desktop. I remember my father first having the first Macintosh computer, and I mean, it was, if you saw it, the big Macintosh computer, and it was the first one out, and he wanted it and took it, and I was probably about 15. So when I look at time, I do have to say I see a lot today of children wasting time with the video games instead of being outside. That's going to be an investment in their health, as far as their physical health. I see, and I may be ticking off a lot of people right now, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm trying to invest in you because I know people have invested in me and told me things I did not want to hear, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to hear it. But you know what? When I really sat back and thought about it, I said, where is the heart coming from? And I knew they wanted the best for me. And at the moment, at the space that I was in, it was hard to take in, because whether it be I was stuck in my own belief system, my own way, my own thought processes, that it really took a little time for it to penetrate. But when I looked at it, I knew this was somebody that knew you don't know what you don't know. And I want people to understand that, because it's electronics and the computers and the laptops and the iPads and the iPhones are all awesome instruments when used properly. When used with restrictions, when used with time of what time to be valued and what time is over the top, too much. And we really have to evaluate that for adults as ourselves, because I know myself can get on that phone and not realize 15 minutes has passed. I know myself that can get on the phone and not realize I'm surrounded by other people in which I want to enjoy the moment. This is not, trust me, this is not a message for all of you as well as for me. I do know, though, that when I catch it, and if I'm cognizant of it in the moment, I will stop. We all need to just pay attention. I think it's so easy that we can get caught up in that investment of time, not realizing, is this an investment of my time? Is this spending my time, or is this wasting my time? I want you to have a power unleashed in your life. I want you to be so powerful that people go, what happened to her? Where did she come up with that? When did she change? I want people to look at you and say, wow, you know what? That one's going places. I want people to look at you and say, I need to ask that one for advice, because I see their life is heading in such an awesome direction. I want people to look at you and say, there's a strong one. There's one who keeps that attitude and powers through and finds the answers in circumstances that look insurmountable. I want you to look at you and say, I can do this. I am strong, I am powerful, and I'm unleashed. Have a great day.